So if anybody's seeing this, I've been talking for the last couple minutes and just realized my mic was muted. Um, um, so I have a play here. I want to talk to you guys about offense a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the play so you guys can see it, and then I'm going to break it down. And I'm going to talk about it. So playing it out here in real time. All right, we got to pass for about 10 yards. So first thing I want to say is you're going to see this offensive line make kind of like a U shape around me when the play starts. So here's this kind of upside down U shape. Turn around and see this U shape. This is the pocket, and this is what is supposed to happen, right? Two of my offensive linemen are double teaming the guys up front, and then everybody else is one-on-one, and they're covered. If I move back, this defensive edge is going to disengage and come after me. And right now, looking down the field, everybody's covered. 80's covered, 14 is covered. We have a safety down deep. 11 is covered, 88 is covered, like triple covered. And then 28 is not covered, but there's like 3 guys running the same direction as him. And if I pass the ball now, he'd catch it about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So it would be a struggle just to get back. The line of scrimmage is our blue line here. And that's where we started. So we're trying to get past here. 10 yards gets us a first down. 30 yards gets us a touchdown. All right. So at this point in the play, everybody's covered. And it's hard to fight that kind of like panic to just drop back or try to run. But what I do here in this play is I take a step up into the pocket, a couple steps up. Now, I want you to look at how the offensive line reacted. If I would have dropped back, look, 51 would have been right there in my face. But I stepped up, and now 72 is pushing him out away from me. 79 is engaged still. This double team still hasn't blocked, and 78 is engaged. Right, so this gives me just a couple of seconds, and looking down at the field, couple of seconds. Look what happens in this couple of seconds. 14 comes wide open. So if I would have passed here, I'm passing into lots of coverage. If I drop back, I'm getting sacked or I'm getting a hand in my face. I'm going to be thrown under pressure. It's going to be a bad throw. But I step up into the pocket. A player comes free, and now I can make this throw. Because at this point, at the point of release right here, 80 might come open, but I think that's either going to get intercepted or deflected. 14 is wide open, and everybody else is covered. So I take what I can get. And let's see where he goes down. Right there. That might be a first down. That looks like a first down to me. Right? And so I just wanted to talk to you guys. I think Madden just froze up. Madden did. There it goes. Try to get your eyes open and look for different receivers. Have a couple receivers that you have in mind. You can hold down R2 to look at the play art for what's going to happen here. So I can look. There's no safeties out deep. So I'm thinking if who is this? I can't see his number right now. On the left side here, there's 2 defensive backs, like 5 and 10 yards out. If I can get up over top one of those with Pierce, with Square, then that'll be a good play. I'm also thinking I might be able to split two of these guys with Schwartz with triangle, so I might keep my eyes out open for him as well. So my first read is going to be Pierce. My second read is going to be Schwartz, and we're going to see what happens here. Ooh. Right, so I didn't get up over top like I hoped. Those players came down and blitzed. Right, which thankfully my offensive line, my running back, gave me a few extra seconds to make a play. 14 might have had that. 11 might have had that. I think I just had about equal chances on any of them. And on those one-on-one plays, if you can get in front, you're going to have a better chance of catching or at least not being intercepted if you can stay in front of the ball. So we're going to look at the next player. This is just on a random. It's going to change every time. So here's kind of what I like about this play. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players down at the line of scrimmage, which means either somebody's going to drop out or they're blitzing. But I have 5 offensive linemen, and then Woods and Taylor are both on delayed routes. So they're going to block first, and then they're going to go out on their routes, X and triangle. And you see this just different because of this blue. This blue means that they're going to block, and then they're going to hit their route. It's saying the red is saying, hey, Pittman, it should be your go-to. This play is drawn up for him. But if he's not open, there's 3 defenders on his side, 2 on his side, and then 1 in the middle. So he may be double or triple covered if I hit this. Schwartz might be a good option if all 6 of these defenders up front, are blitzing. He might be a good option, and if not, then I think Pierce will be open. I think I want to do something a little bit different with Pierce, though. Because this defender is on the outside, I can leverage this, right? I can leverage this because Pierce is on the inside, and then he breaks to the inside. So what I wanted to do, I'm going to hit triangle, and then I'm going to use the right stick to use right. And turn this into a slant and change his route a little bit. I want him breaking a little bit earlier to stay away from this outside defender way out here on the outside of the numbers. We're going to see what happens here. They drop back. And here was my mistake here. I told you guys, the mistake there was that he kind of engaged with JT, and then the tackle just stood there. Well, that was that. But I mean, if I would have seen Jonathan Taylor here, he's wide open. He could have gotten a couple yards if I could have gotten this out. But looking at everybody else, he's covered. See, 80 was my tight end who was supposed to block and then go out, and the play broke down. And sometimes you're going to have that. The worst thing that you can do is throw it and end up with a pick in this play. I kind of like some of the looks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to audible again. I'm going to hit triangle. I'm going to tap on X for Woods, and then I'm going to put him on a streak. What I like about this is he kind of splits in between these 2 defenders here. I think the superstar right in the middle is going to be 53. He's going to be too far away to stop a pass to the inside. And then if I pass to the inside, I've got this 46 here who is on the outside. I think I've got an easy 10 yards here. Here's what I'm going to be watching for this play. If I think it's 46 out here. Yeah, 46 on the left side here. If he covers Schwartz, then I'm passing to Woods. If he covers Woods, then I'm passing to Schwartz. And one thing, I don't like two players on the same route. I just don't. So I'm going to put Taylor. I'm going to audible Taylor, triangle, circle for Taylor, and then I'm going to put him on a slant, just so it gives them a little bit different routes. We'll see how the play goes. So I had an easy, almost 20 yards. Right? So here's what I'm watching. I'm watching, does this guy, I see this distance here. I see he is going to run up, soup right in between them. And I'm looking to see, does he come down and cover him? Or does he drop back and follow 80? Or does he play his own coverage and just stay there? Right? But as we look, I'm looking to see, okay, he kind of hits a zone. But look at 80, he's right in between there. If I put that ball right on the money right here, who's catching that? Nobody but him. Nobody but the tight end. So this is how I think of offense, and this is how I process offense. Okay, so we have a read option play here. When I hit R2, I'm seeing this on the right side. There is an orange R, and I have this R1 has a gray route, and so does X, and so does circle. So these are blocking routes. They're not receivers that I can throw the ball to. Their job is they're going to move in that direction, and they're going to block anybody in their way. The read route is if I hold down X, it's going to go to square, who is lit up red. If I let go of X, it's going to toss the ball to triangle. Alright, so what I'm looking for in this read route, this read option, is does this guy with the orange R come down immediately? If he does, I'm going to let go, and the ball is going to go to triangle to go away from him. If he holds out, if he doesn't immediately come down, then I'm going to hold down X, and I'm going to hand the ball off to square. I think I've got this one right. I don't run this play up very often. So I'm going to see, does this orange R come down immediately? If he does, I'm going to let go of X, and he's going to toss the ball to triangle. If he doesn't, I'm going to let Pierce take it. I'm going to hold down X and let Pierce take it. So he does. That was a quick toss. But this is what you're doing in your read option plays. You're looking to see if that guy with the orange R is coming down at you. Oh, I don't like Taylor's route. I think if I can get him out a little bit further, he might come open. So I'm going to put him on a wheel route just to try to get him on the numbers, outside the numbers. And then I think Schwartz can maybe come open over the middle. Maybe. We'll see. So what I did wrong here. Oh, he just beat the coverage. I'm going to do this for the next play so you guys can see. I'm going to see if Woods can get up right through the middle here. What I'm going to do in this play, I'm going to take about 2 seconds. I'm going to watch my quarterback to see if he is covered. If he is, um, if there is pressure on him, I'm going to try to put myself in a better position to make a pass, or scramble, or throw the ball away. If he's not, then I'm going to look up and see who's open. I also put Pierce on a slant route. I see this defensive back about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. I think I can undercut him and get a couple yards that way. So 1, 2, he's open. Got about 15 yards. Okay, so this is a screen route. You see all these players. One's dropping back, 2 of them are sliding over, and Taylor is in the red. So this is a screenplay. So don't throw it to anybody other than your screen target, which is going to be your running back. Sometimes you have a tight end screen. In these plays, they throw wonky if you try to throw to anybody else other than your running back. Got a play action here. Oh, my word. Glitchy play. Sometimes you just gotta... I hate when this happens. So AD was supposed to cut here. What happened? He seemed like he got caught up here. Maybe he didn't. Right, okay, so offensive line gets beat. And he's just... Yeah, this wasn't a great play. I didn't have a whole lot of... Nobody was really open. And at this point, this defensive back is running away from the ball. He stops and sees it, comes back for it. Oh, I hate this play. But square on an out route again. I don't like that. I lied. I'm going to put him on an in route. I don't really know what I want to do here. I don't like this play at all. Actually, no, I'm going to run. I'm going to audible to a run. So I'm going to hit square, and I see triangle is an inside zone split. I'm going to try that. So look, I got 3 defensive linemen against 5 offensive linemen. I can get a couple yards off this. Easy. First down. So when I'm playing offense, I just want to see like what matchups can I exploit? Right? This can I get in underneath square? Can I get it underneath the DB? Can I get in between for Woods? Can I slip in between 2 defensive backs? Schwartz, can I leverage? He's kind of lined up straight up, but if he was inside, I would really like this out route. We'll just see what comes open. And you'll notice, like, I'm only going to take the deep ball if they're wide open. Just break down this play here for a second. All right, man, I had some heat coming in here, and you'll see here my offensive line didn't make the U like they did last time. So something definitely broke down in the play. But look, as soon as I scramble, 1, 2, 3 defensive linemen disengage and they come after me. But I was thinking I was planning to scramble here. But while I'm working on scrambling, I got my eyes downfield and I'm looking who's open. Could maybe get a couple yards here with 80, but man, they was on them quick. 88's covered, 14's covered. Who's that? 28's covered, and 11's covered. I don't have a whole lot of passing options, so my intention here is to scramble. But then I'm like, as this play develops here, watching him, I see him get just past 53. And I think if I throw this a little bit short, if I'm not throwing it up and over him. So if I hold down on my right stick to aim the throw short, I could probably get it to him. And that's what I do. And you see he adjusts. Watch this route here. I throw it a little bit short and he actually has to come down a little bit, right? He's at 1, 2, 3, 4. He's like at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line, and he comes back. Doink. Almost to the 20-yard line to catch this ball. And then he almost makes the corner. So this is kind of like my thought process when I'm playing on offense. I'm counting the defensive line, seeing if there's any gaps or holes that I can make there. What can I leverage to get someone open? Right, there's our U. I'm gonna send Pittman, because if he splits these guys and they don't react right away, he's gone. Oh. And honestly, that was just a lucky pass. Because I had these blitzers coming down and I had to get rid of the ball quick. And I didn't have time to let the play develop. And 21 just missed. Another play action pass. Triangle's wide open. Right, so we want to look at how the play is designed. At this point, I am shifting all over the place constantly. I'm looking at R1. He's covered. I'm looking at, who is this? 80. 80's not got great options. 14 or 11's covered. 14 could be breaking, but this guy's breaking back. But triangle, 81, he's open. Bam, wide open. Doink. I'm not looking for big yardage. I'm looking for positive yardage. Oh, look at this. We're going to stop and look at this here. Look at R1. Who's covering him? Nobody's covering him. You know what I'm doing? I'm putting R1 on a streak route. Because either the superstar player, who are you? Brent's, either he's in zone, which I can beat the zone, because nobody else is around. Throw it to the inside, he's gone. Or he's going to be manned up on Pittman, in which case I'm going to put Pittman to the outside. So if he's on a zone, he's going to drop back, and Pittman's going to come wide open underneath. Or he's going to follow Pittman, and Schwartz is going to be wide open for big yards. That's all I need. Boom. Right? So watch, he bites down on Pittman for just a second. That's all I need. Look at this. Look at this. Who's covering him? Nobody. That's what I'm looking to exploit when I'm playing games. This one's going to be a numbers game, right? So I'm going to be looking to see number 88 is a read option. I either hand the ball off or I can pass it to X or square. I can tell you what, already, I don't like the coverage on square. He's about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, and he's lined up directly, which tells me he's probably in man. And then I've got 3 players up here on the right to my 3 wide receivers. If, what is this? If the one in front of X, if he blitzes, if he comes down, I'm passing it to X. Otherwise, I'm probably handing it off to Pittman. Or to Taylor. Yeah. Right, and I don't need a bunch. It's 4 or 5 yard gain on a run. That's a good run. Okay. Nobody's covering Pittman. And I think I could split Woods. Hi, Pittman. Right? If you can exploit those, it's easy first downs. They're easy gains. I don't like this, but I'm just going to play it for the sake of playing it. This is a play action again. I'm probably going to go to Taylor. Nope. R1 is open. So in this last play, I'm thinking that, who are you? 46 comes down and blitzes. Or he's in a soft zone and stays like here-ish. And if I can get out to Taylor, I can maybe get out around him and go up. So my first read is Taylor. Watch what happens with Taylor. Nope. He comes over and stalks him. So I shift my eyes. Maybe. He's covered. But if 81 clears 20, he can make that catch. Boom. Catch. And that's what it all happens so fast. It's hard to keep track of it sometimes. But if you guys can learn to read different receivers, we can better our passing. And your passes don't have to be 20, 30 yard bombs. I'm only throwing these if I get wide open guys. 25 yard pass there. I'm taking these from the 30, but I mean, you can respot the ball. You can practice. If you want to practice from your own 25, it's going to change how the defense is, set out. Because, if you're doing from the 30, there's only 30 yards to play with, and you get what you get. And I'm going to encourage you guys to learn your players too. Like, one thing that I know about my players, I was stepping up to throw it deep, and he broke free and sacked me. Or I threw it out of a sack. I was going for R1 here, but looking down here, he's not great coverage. He's covered. And then he breaks this. I'm like, oh, if I can lead it, like here, he's gone. So I step up to try to make this throw. And when I step up, boom, he breaks off that. You're not going to win them all. Definitely not. But if you can get to know your receivers, like know who's my speedy receiver, who can catch really good in traffic, who can, make those contested catches. Pittman, or not Pittman, I keep getting the names wrong. Woods, he has his X factor elevated, and it's double me. And so if I get a one-on-one matchup, I'm looking solid. The more you can know about your players, the more you can know about your team, and what they do well, the more you're going to benefit from this. Alright, I'll stop rambling.